Hey YouTube, this is Mark. I'm coming to you from Mark's Outdoor Adventures. That's my channel. Please check it out if you're interested in Ford camper rebuilds. I've also got some ice fishing things like Smitty sled, portable power box, various items. And I used to have a kayak, so there's some videos about my kayak on there that I don't have anymore, but you can check that out too if you're interested. In the meantime, I'm giving you a quick update. I've finished my propane locker for my Ford camper van. Went through this in one of the previous videos about the requirements for propane, about safety and so forth, and you definitely need to be safe when you're using any kind of liquid gas, any kind of fuel at all. But propane, I said I do have the alarm in the camper, but in order to keep gas from getting into the camper in the first place, what we make is a sealed locker for it. And there it is. You're not going to be able to see me real well in this because I've got it in the selfie mode. It allows me to see see what I'm doing better. So this is it. What I've got here is a four-sided box. It's got the tank inside, so it's a little heavy right now. Get this. There we go. That's better. You can see it's four-sided. Well, six-sided actually. There's my quick connect. My previous video, I went through how I put that together. And then on the back of it, I've got another fitting coming through here. This is not a quick connect. This is going to go to my water heater. So this is just the standard MPT connector that's going to hook up to the hose that has the regulator on it for my water heater. This one's a little different. Hooked up, what I did was, let's bring this in here tight. What I did was use a hose clamp and then a rubber hose washer, a band clamp I should say, a rubber hose washer. And the sealant, it's kind of messy because I had a hard time getting it into the actual hole, because I didn't want to put it in the hole first, because the last thing in the world I wanted was to get sealant on these threads here. No sealant on those. That would be bad. And I did the same thing on the inside. So there's a rubber washer and then a clamp. And the clamp is just snugged down onto the flexible portion of this steel braided gas hose. And then the 420 marine sealant, the one that stays flexible, not the permanent sealant. This one, I can remove this if I need to. The other one, if I use the 5200 sealant, I'd never get it out of there again without busting it up probably. But just enough sealant and to glue it in. So it's there. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's got a little bit of movement to it, but once it's in there, I'm not going to be touching this or doing anything with it once it's hooked up. I'm not going to be going in there and unhooking this. There's no reason to, and I'm going to show you why. So let me get the camera back over here again. Really awkward. I got a crappy little tripod. So I'm going to swing this back around. I have 4 of these latches here on the door, on the cover. I'll undo them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cover comes right off. Didn't paint the inside, don't care. Probably put another coat on the outside. You set that aside, and what you see is the tank inside. I've got a strap. The strap is basically just to keep it from wiggling free. What I have is, you can see the 2 hoses connected to the splitter here. This hose going to the back, this hose going to the quick connect over here. It's kind of at an odd angle, but it's fine. It fits. It just fits inside of there. As I said, the strap is just to keep it from wiggling free. If you can see inside there, let's see, get the angle right. I'm gonna have to pull the tank out to show you this. So I'm gonna pause, not stop. Actually, I didn't need to pause. That only took like 5 seconds. I unhook the strap. It's just a quick release button. These straps, I get these things on all kinds of stuff that I don't use them. I don't throw them away. I save them. I have a bunch of them that came off an old boat cover that were still in decent shape. So this one, I'm not even sure where I got it from. It's kind of like a belt, but all it's doing is keeping it in there. This thing is in there pretty securely, as you can see. It takes a little effort to get it out. Now I just already unscrewed this. This is what I'll do when I need to. This is what I'll do when I need to refill this tank. And this tank slides right out, easy peasy. That goes to the hardware store, whoever's got the refills on the propane. Let me tilt that camera up just to there we go. Okay, so what you see inside here, these are neoprene. I think it's 3/4 inch. I bought a roll of it for about $30. I've used it for different things. These were scrap pieces that I had left over. And I glued them and screwed them with these large fender washers. Let's get in close on that so you can see what it is. And I got 1, 2, 3 of them. One on the back, one on each side. There's just enough clearance for the tank to slide in there without scraping on the washer. In fact, the first time I did it, it scraped a little bit. Not a problem, but I just tightened it down a tad more and it goes in there. Those 3 pieces hold that in there, hold that tank nice and snug. So it's not going to bounce around. It's not going to, you know, when I'm driving over the sand dunes and, well, not the dunes. I don't drive on the dunes. I didn't say that. But driving over the ruts in the sand and you're bouncing, you know, anybody who's done that, yeah. Again, this is for my beach buggy, basically. And that's it. The only other thing to show you is this little, where is it? Right there. Vent tube right there. Right down in the bottom here. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Right. Good grief. See, I've got the selfie camera, but it's backwards. It's reversed. So I'm seeing it. So you'll see it with everything straight. But there's the hole in the bottom going out and into that tube right there. Right like that. Okay. And again, that is just in case any gas leaks inside this. It's heavier than air. Remember, LP gas heavier than air. It'll go down here, go into this hole, and go out this tube. And I don't know if I'm going to use this one or a more flexible one when I get it in the camper. This will go down to my step well. So it'll be kind of like this. This will be the step well sitting here. So about right like that. I think that's about how much clearance I got. And then this will go down here. I might need a more flexible hose because I kind of like to have it go down and then go immediately in and come out the bottom of the vehicle. That would be the best thing for it. Anyway, it's loose. It's not even connected yet. I'm going to wait and see how that works. Anyway, that's my story today. This project is done. I just need to mount it. It's just going to get probably 4 screws right through the bottom, right into the flooring of my van. Got 3/4 inch plywood with vinyl on top, so it'll be nice and tight. Won't be going anywhere. I just have to decide. This is going to be, the reason it's painted is because this is going to be a visible wall of that cabinet wall. And then next to this is a door, cabinet door, where my sink access and the access for the pump and the filter, the accumulator, and so forth and so on. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope something with this project. Oh, I didn't mention forgot to mention the rubber. This is rubber, not foam rubber, actual rubber weather stripping. And it's the kind you peel and stick. I still got a little bit of gluing to do on the ends to make sure that they're nice and tight. But I just threw a few staples in there right in the middle so that it's not squashed going across. It's just depressed a little bit in the middle. Still gives me enough of an edge there to seal that up. And that seals nice and tight. Going to be fine. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the channel. I hope you subscribe, like, notifications, you know the drill, do all of that. Please feel free to ask questions. Now that I know how to use the studio properly, I will be checking regularly for comments and questions, and I will try to respond in a timely fashion. Thanks again. Get out there, get some fishing in. All right, later.